today we are here, one of the representative from the Ministry of Agriculture from K.
Sokarinjane. I am acting Agricultural Research and Innovation Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development, State Department for Agriculture. And we are thankful to ADO. Of course, we're in different geographical regions, and we also have different way of looking at things. We endowed differently, so I'm expecting to tap more on the Asian, whatever, particularly India. I have a particular interest, especially in agribusiness in India. The cottage industry, the small enterprise is something that we welcome in Kenya because our farms are small, probably an average of 2 hectares. And we don't require big tractors, we require small tractors, we require small equipment for us to be able to work. In Kenya, you find even a dairy farm of 10 to 20 animals in a quarter acre, and they are still producing, and that's even still where the household is.
Right.
So you can see when I mean small equipment, what I mean.
After the Africa Union Summit, which concluded in Ethiopia,
Yes.
and you have seen that observation and the commitment of the African countries, that how they are looking forward to join together and foster those issues that to take it forward. So how do you see it, taking that vision, and how do you see that aligning with those, and you are going to pick it from here?
As a country, we don't operate in isolation. We operate with others. That's why in the first place we are East Africa, second place we are COMESA, and we are Africa.
Yeah.
Originally. Yes. So when Africa comes together, we really need to come together, because even within Africa, there are member states who are more endowed in one area than the other, and we can really leverage among ourselves. And when the African Union talks about synergy, when they talk about working together, trading, it really means a lot. And sometimes we know our problems. And I've just told one of the problems is the challenges in infrastructure. That it's very expensive to bring a product from our neighbor country compared to getting it over the sea because of the infrastructure. So that's an area that the African Union has to work on. And I'm glad there are some projects that they hold that are across, they are not specific to the country. Look at the LAPSET for Kenya, the Lamu, Ethiopia, South Sudan transport corridor. You see, it is meant to open Ethiopia through Kenya and also Southern Sudan. And the long term is to join Indian Ocean and Pacific Ocean on the other side, using the narrow part of Africa from Lamu. So you see that if those ones are opened, then you can be able to trade, because it is very expensive to bring a product from West Africa. You have to go all the way south, come, it takes time and it's also expensive. So our biggest problem, like interconnectivity, is you see how most of the countries are not stable. There's a lot of conflict. So you see, it becomes very hard to carry out some of these projects. And they try to, as much as possible, to solve these conflicts so that we can talk with one voice. Because there's no way you can talk about road when our people are elsewhere.
Right.
They are refugees. So, and even there's no conducive environment for such a development.
Right.
So it becomes very hard. And I hope AU is going to work on that. That's our prayer, that we need to be peaceful. Africa need to be peaceful. We need to actually to be able to work together. And there's no way, even if we are neighbors and we are not peaceful among ourselves, there's no way we can work together, because first of all, it has to start from home. Charity starts from home, then it can be extended. So it's an area that's one of the biggest challenges that is actually affecting Africa, and even affecting that trade. Because you realize you may have to pass a certain country before you reach the other.
Right.
Even if there were roads and there is war, there is nothing you can do. So the first priority, the biggest challenge is that those conflicts have to be solved so that we are able to focus in development as a continent. Because I believe we need to work together as a continent so that we leverage on each other.
You are part of Ministry of Agriculture, and you have this, the vision for your country. But at this point of time, when you're discussing to the global audience, what your country is expecting from different part of the world, immediately that to come and support a country like Kenya.
We expect a number of collaborations. We need to collaborate. We need to tap on what other people have developed and see how we can grow our sector. Of course, we already have some established linkages and collaboration with some countries that are and some of them are very strong. But we need to strengthen more, and we need to get more partners that we can work together so that we can actually increase this productivity in our
To the issue of climate, as you told, the sustainability and all the things. So when you talked about the climate, lots of African countries are facing these consequences of the climate change, and there are many COPs that has been discussed. But Africa is the loser. They don't get what they deserve, and they are putting the something accountability that you have to work whatever has been done by the developed countries. Okay, so that is, how do you see what the government is looking for that?
Of course, we contribute very little, but we get the grant of the whole thing. It's in the out there. It's clear that Africa is being budgeted for the action we have not taken. But as governments, whether we get funds or we don't, we have to try and see that we are trying to protect our people, putting mitigation, adaptation measures, and at our level, as a country, we've had a lot of programs that are working in the areas where climate change is becoming a big issue, especially in the dry areas. So we have several programs that have been put in place to build food-seeded food systems, food security and nutrition and food systems, so that the communities can be able to survive, because we can't stop and say, oh, they're not giving us grants so that we cannot work. It is us who are getting it, and we have to start somewhere. Even when they come on board, they'll find us doing something. And that's why I'm saying this collaboration between countries, where they have advanced technology in some areas that we need to embrace, despite that it's also not easy to get these technologies. The ordinary farmer is somewhere in a station, not able maybe to buy equipment, maybe not able to buy some of these technologies that we want them to use. But as a government, we are always trying. Like those areas, we are doing dams, water pumps, so that at least the farmers can get some water for their animals. And also, currently we are working on deseeding the pastures, and also training farmers how to do pastures in general, and store for that low feed season. It is a real issue. It's a real issue. We really lose a lot of money as a country, as the community lose in terms of their wealth. So what we are looking at is actually to try to build wealth in the community by actually training them how to do pasture, how the government is coming in for them the borehole, so that the animals don't have to go very far. Doing the on-farm water harvesting so that they can use for small production, and also watering the animals. That is the area that we are. In fact, our focus right now, our biggest potential is the high rainfall areas. Our biggest potential is in areas in areas. So that's why we have Kenya. 80% of Kenyans are in arid and semi-arid, and it's only fair that we give the focus that it requires, because that's where we are going to get.
Takeaway is that you are expecting that when you go back, you have in your bucket that yeah, I have come here and I am taking this one.
One thing, it has offered an opportunity for me to network.
Right?
I've made a few friends, and what we are discussing is how can we have people come to your place and learn something. Of course, Aldo has facilitated a lot of trainings for Kenyans, from short courses to PhDs in various countries: India, Korea, China, Thailand, Malaysia. Aldo has been and is very instrumental, and we've seen quite a number of our staff. Actually, what we were discussing today, it came out very clearly that because of the way our workforce in Africa, okay, of course, when we have a lot of problems, we also don't employ so many people. So we find that we are in such a stage whereby the aging workforce, and therefore when some of these courses are called, application for courses are called, they have years, because you need to give somebody who can be beneficial, who can offer, who will bring it back to and practice, not somebody who's going home. And today we agree that we need to afford these opportunities even to young people who are not in government, because originally it was within government, and now they could not give you if you are from outside government. Right. But now today it was very clear to everybody, and we agreed that as long as somebody is from that country, it doesn't matter whether you're working for government, if you want to learn, you come and learn. It is an opportunity.
Thank you so much that you highlighted so many issues, from the climate to the sustainability and the trade and all. It was really very informative, and hope that all the viewers that they will get benefit out of it, and they will have the very clear perspective that how the African countries are struggling, especially when it comes to the issues of sustainability. Thanks for watching WNS Show, and we'll be back again with some other ministries that we will be discussing on this.